Okay, our first series in our tapes here is on our pass protection, fundamentals of pass protection and pass protection drill work. Like I start all the tapes off, I like to start them off with a six-bag agility deal because I like to start practice off that way. And I'm less concerned, as I rewind and talk, I'm less concerned about the agility and more about the toning of practice mentally. So you see us going high knees over the bag, just a simple exercise, A, to loosen up, and B, to mentally get yourself focused. You know, if you're not focused mentally, even though it's not a very physically taxing deal, you'll trip up on the bags, and the idea is to get mentally focused. Now, this practice happened to be a pre-practice before we even stretched routine, so, you know, it's going to be less, with less speed, really a much easier pace. You see our lateral shuffles, and I like to see the arms pumping as we shuffle over the bag. I like to see the arms pumping in just about everything we do, so you get the whole body working. Get their eyes focused on the coach, get their hips down, get their knees up, okay? Get in a good football position and just kind of coach that up. Let me skim through it. Okay, next thing is ins and outs. It's just a little agility deal. You're coming forward, sideways, sideways, forward, sideways, backwards, etc. Pump your arms, keep your eyes up on the coach. You know, kind of testing your body to see if you can keep a good body position without rocking forward and backwards. Not very complicated. You know, everyone does these drills. The next thing we'll do after that is something called a shuffle cut. And that's just a square approach, shuffle cut, plant, and drive. And I wanted them to go real easy here because we were not stretched. Usually it'd be a little bit faster pace than this. But again, you know, just a little simple mental, physical warm-up deal. Sometimes we'll do some power jumps as well. All right, now we have what we like to do, whether it's our pass protection drills, our stance, or our run stance, we like to work on grid squares. You can't tell because we're indoors here, we don't have them painted, but as you see, everyone's lined up on 5-yard spots, you know, the goal line, the 5, the 10, etc. Also, in a part of our field, we like to have vertical lines drawn as well, so that everyone actually has their own 5-yard square. So they're on a line horizontally, and there'll be another vertical line going through their crotch here. So everyone lines up on the X's. And the way we like to line up, now these are the tackles and the tight ends, but if you were dealing with the whole offensive line and tight ends, etc., we used to line them up in 5-yard deals so that the center would be in the middle, the right guard, right tackle, and on the other side of him, left guard, left tackle. And then all the backup left tackles behind the left tackle, all the backup left guards behind the left guard, all the centers behind the centers, right guards, etc. So everyone's lined up on this grid. Now you can work by line or you can work by group. And by one command as a coach, you can get a lot of things done, everyone working together. You're not wasting time, okay? All right, the very first thing we're doing here is our first series of drills is stance. And as you see here, I'll rewind this a little. What I try to coach them to do here is I tell them I want them to come up. I'll tell them I want them to stagger. So if the left side guys would drop their left foot and the right side guys would drop their right foot, okay? Then I'll tell them down. I give them the command to down. So they come up, stagger, down. Hands up, and we form that tripod where you put your inside of your thumbs together. It's at eye level. Your elbows are just about fully extended. They're about 3 inches from extension. You got a little bit of a stagger, and you're trying to coach them to get into that little bit of a position right there where they sink their hips down. You got their weight on the inside half of their up foot. You're actually, that up foot is trying to curl the grass, okay? So here we go one more time. Ready? Up, stagger, down. Hands up, sit, sit, sit. I'm talking about get the weight on the inside half of the up foot, get that back ankle into the, roll your back ankle into the ground, wedge yourself in. You can see their legs moving a little bit here because I want them to sit now. Sit and sit your hips right down inside that base, and we're working on that right now. Little quick hands, get them ready. Up, stagger, down, hand up, sit, sit. Sit, 3 inches from extension. Now we're doing something called quarter eagle turns. From that position right now, on command, I'll say set, hike, hike, hike. I want them to quarter eagle turn on every hike. And every time they do, watch 87, the tight end. Every time they do, I want them to sit right in there. Sit, 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 sit. And what you're trying to get them to coach them to do right now is move within that stagger, within that pass pro stagger base, and get used to sitting their weight down like they're sitting on a bench. They got a good arch in their back, their shoulders are back, okay, and they're working in that position while moving. Now I'm going the other way on the quarter eagle turns. This doesn't look like much, but it's real taxing to them because you try to get in that position and sit down in that, and your legs get real tired. You know, they're giving me little quick hands here. We're trying to get stretched out, loosened up, and get their attention, okay? But like anything else, you want them to work in that position, you got to train them in that position. You got to coach them in that position. They got to get comfortable in it, so you got to work it. So that was stance through the commands. That was quarter eagle turns by command. Okay, now I'm going to get them to get that same position, but I want them to do it with their hands behind their back, okay? All right, everybody see that? So I'm saying, okay, hands behind their back. Here we go. Up, stagger, down. All right, now, I'm going to give them a command. I'm telling them, all right, we're going to work on our kick slides. That's our outside movement right now, okay, our kick slides. So I'm going to give them a command of 1, 2, 3. I said, all right, set on 1. I want everybody taking one kick slide. Set 1. So a kick slide is your outside step, all right? It's your set, that your movement when you have an outside alignment or an outside rusher. So the right guys are going right and the left guys are going left, all right? Set 1, 2, 3, and I'm coaching up the kick slide in this drill right now. What are the coaching points of the drill? Why the hands behind the back? I want the hands behind the back because it forces you not, if you have your hands forward, you have a tendency to lean forward. I want their tail down. I want their back straight. Now what I want them to do is take that outside foot right now, and I want them to kick it. In fact, I don't think these are deep enough kicks. You really want to kick. You want to take that foot, kick it back, and force that up foot to slide. Kick, slide. Okay, now the key is to keep enough weight in that up foot and keep that knee over that front toe. So for the right side, I'm talking about the left foot. What you don't want to see on the kick is that left leg lock out and they get on their heel. If they do that, then they have too much weight going backwards, and then they're susceptible to being bull rushed. There's a lot of coaching points with this. So we're doing a simple drill, 1, 2, 3, the fundamentals of just learning the process of kick sliding. We got some guys here, a couple walk-ons you can see in here, have never even done this before, so they're completely out of whack here. Okay? All right, so that's what we call kick slide, the fundamentals of it, 1, 2, 3. All right, hands behind the back again, getting them in a good seated duck pass pro position. Okay? All right, now, we're just working on it again. 1, 2, 3, kick slides. Kick slides, really sitting down, really reaching with that kick, really getting back. Don't be confused by the tight ends in the drill. They're kind of working both angles. You know, if the right tackle's the right tackle, he's going to only kick one way. Left tackle's only kick one way. The tight ends learn it both ways. All right, now we're working on that power step. And our power step is something we call a step we use with our inside foot. And that's a critical one. That power step now is the step that we take on an inside move or an inside alignment. So when we work outside, we work on a 45-degree angle outside on a kick slide. When we work on an inside move, we work on a very flat down-the-line power step. It's a powerful step because what we're saying is there's an inside rush here, and we've got to stop that charge because the quickest line to the quarterback is on an inside move. Okay? So now we're doing the same thing. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling them on 1, power step, recover step. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And we're just working 1, 2, 3 and getting used to the footwork. Your stagger should never change as you power step. It's just 1, 2, 3. Sit your butt down, arch your back, and work at it. Okay? All right, so that's the fundamentals of teaching a kick slide, the fundamentals of teaching a power step, your footwork. Now we're going sets on air. Okay? Now I'm just taking the right tackles right now and saying, okay, on hike, I'm telling them you got a wide rush right now. On hike, wide rush. And when we work on air, when we have a wide rush, we say we're going to take 3 kicks. Okay? It's just our way of saying, hey, wide rush, 3 kicks. Outside rush, just drop your outside foot. Inside rush, power step. And we're working our sets on air. So I'm telling them, okay, wide rush. Now for those, most of you guys know what I'm talking about, except for maybe some people, this is real new to them. And what we're saying with a wide rush is a defender is lined up off of you, not on your outside shoulder, but off of you. Could be right off of you, could be 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. You're going to take as many kicks as it is necessary in order to put yourself 1/2 a man inside that defender. We always want to be a 1/2 a man inside. And the way we do that is we take our outside hand as our indicator hand when we get upright. And that indicator, that outside hand, you always keep it lined up on the defender's midpoint. That'll keep you 1/2 a man inside, okay? So all I'm doing is going down the line and say, okay, wide rush. I said, hike, 3 kicks. Hike, 3 kicks. Hike, 3 kicks. Hike, 3 kicks. Now I'm going to go outside, 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 which means the defender's line on the outside eye. When the defender's line on the outside eye, all we do is drop our outside foot, keep our inside foot still, because there's a threat of an inside move. So we don't want to move our inside foot, and then we'll get beat inside. Wide, we kick to a midpoint. With an outside rush, if we just drop our outside foot, we're right at the midpoint. Outside hand is the indicator, it's on the midpoint. So get upright, keep your inside foot still. Boom, put it in the ground. Boom, boom, right down the line. Boom, boom. Those are outside sets. Then I'll go inside, inside. That means the defender's either head up or he's inside. In either case, we're going to take a power step. Now, if he's head up, we're up and down with our inside foot. If he's a little inside, we take an inside recover step. If he's way inside, we take a couple of steps. But what do we want to do? We want to get to a point where our outside hand, our indicator hand, is on the midpoint of the defender. Okay? Wherever that is, that means we're half a man inside and we're in good shape. Okay? So I told him, okay, we go inside, inside. Set, hike, hike, hike. We're going right down the line. Hike! You can see one of the walk-ons making a mistake there. Okay? All right, now, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to get him to change direction. Now, what we're doing here is we're saying, okay, we're going 2 kicks, 1 power. Get him used to just to change the direction. Set, hike, kick, kick, power. Now, what you're noticing here is when we kick slide, in order to come back in and change our direction, we recover with outside foot. Kick, recover, recover, and then power step. We don't want to go kick, kick, slide, and then try to come off a power, because in theory, if you're kicking deep enough, you'd be overextended. So you got to recover that overextended kick step before you power step. You follow me? Okay? So it's kick, 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 power. Kick, kick, recover, power. All right? Just getting them used to changing direction, using the different footwork and the different alignments. Now we're going to go 1 in, 2 out. Okay? So now it's power, kick, kick. Now, what we always talk about is anytime we power step and then they'll go back outside, we don't kick back out on a 45 after they've made an inside move. We kick straight back. Power, kick, kick, sit down. Power, kick, kick, power, kick, kick, power, kick, kick. Now, you can see now, I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot of work that has to be done there. That's just the tip of the iceberg. You have got to really, really drill that so their footwork's accurate. And I'm not overcoaching that right now. We want to get to the point when we kick slide where we do not lock out our up foot. We want to get to the point where we can constantly keep that weight on that inside foot and as we kick, and we can constantly keep that knee a little bit over that toe as we kick. And that takes repetition after repetition. When you watch that film, you see a lot of up foots locking out as we kick slide, which means we're rocking our weight backwards. And that's where all the work is. How do you go through all those mechanics? Kick, 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 power, power, 2 out, 1 in, etc., and yet have great, perfect technique. There's a lot of repetitions, okay? All right, now, next phase is something we call work phase. And all we've really done is taken those lines, okay, and taken that second line and walked it up to the first line. And if you had a whole offensive line there, you take the fourth line and walk it up to the third line. They just partner up, okay? Now, we pre-fit them. As you see, 76, John Teasdale here is in a good power pass position. He's not reaching for the guy. Just sit down and put your hands up on the breastplate. Defender walks up, gets his hands behind your shoulder pads. And this is not a hard drill. It's a footwork drill. He's going to take you to up and out to your kick slide side, and then back inside to your power step side, your inside side. And he's just getting you to move your feet. See that? And you're just fighting them, kick and kick and kick, and power, and keep your back straight, and sit down on the bench and keep a little lockout. Very light pressure here. Not tremendous pressure, but enough to make you think about your footwork. Okay? And it's called work phase. All right? Everybody with me? All right? Okay? Now, that's all we're talking about. Here's a big kid there, a freshman here now. Big, big tackle. Sit down, get your arch, kick, kick, kick. See how he's getting that? He's rolling that back ankle right into the turf. You see, it's nice. Kick, kick. No, let's just come back here for a second. Let's see how the kick is. Let's see the up foot on the kick. See how he's going to his heel when he kicks? That's wrong. See what I'm talking about? See his right foot? See how he's coming up on his heel? That's what you don't want to have happen. You want to keep enough weight forward so that as you kick and that foot slides, it's got to slide quicker, so that you're never overextended there. This is the point right here, where now you have rocked backwards. You're susceptible right now to being twisted, pulled, or pushed. And that's where we have most of our work that we need to do. Okay? All right, now, I don't want to beat a dead horse here. You're just watching guys. You know, we've partnered up, and all we're doing right now is working our power step and our kicks. All right, and the next phase we're going to go to is going to be something called pressure. Now, I love this drill. Now, we really want to have a hold of this breastplate. I didn't mention that before. Once we punch and we're on our target, we have got the breastplate locked up. Our thumbs are up. We've rotated our thumbs up. We've got our elbows in tight. We're sitting down. Now, pressure phase, this should be a very combative, wild drill. The defender should be working the hell out of the offensive player right now, really trying to either bull rush him, work him side to side, try to chomp on his arms and break the grip. The object of the offensive player is to sit down hard, sink his hips, lock him out. Don't be bold. Don't let him break your grip. Even when he tries to spin, hold on to the pads. Okay? And lock, lock, lock. Sit, sit, sit. Don't let him break your grip. Don't let him break your grip. Rotate your elbows in. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up. You can see right now how this young player, 71, he's got his weight in his upper body. He's got no weight in his legs. You see that? See how he's moving his feet around recklessly? That's, you know, you want to be able to sit down and lock. It's a hard drill, real hard drill, okay? And I think it's something that teaches them how to really be conscious about having a great, once you have a great punch, how do you lock it out and finish it? And that's what we're doing here. Lock it out and finish it. Lock it out and finish it. Don't let your shoulders turn like this. Keep them parallel. Keep them straight. This is very physically exhausting for both people and very, very good, okay? How good can you keep your back straight and flat? How can you control the pads? That's a pretty good job right there, okay? Everybody with me? All right, so that's another drill. It was called work phase and it was called pressure phase. All right? Now, as you can see by the subtitle here, all we're doing right now in this drill, this clicker's here now, it's called finish. So we're pre-set right now. The offensive player right now has got his inside hand, his right hand right now about 3 inches from extension. He's not got a hold of the defender. And his left hand is not on the pads either, so you don't have any hands on the defender. The defender's got your outside shoulder pad right now, and on the snap of the ball, he's trying to beat you up the field. And what you're trying to do now is flatten out your square. Okay? You're kicking, and pressure, and flatten out your square. Okay? And all we're working on is the outside move. Now, see, this young guy here doesn't understand. See how his shoulders are turning right away? We want to flatten out your square and keep your shoulders square. You know, not working at it hard enough. There it is. Punch, flatten it out, flatten it out, flatten it out. Okay? And that's something that we really want to get done here. Okay? That's the drill. It's the finish. It's the finish. The finish. Sit, sit, sit. Don't reach, don't reach, don't reach. Okay? It's called the finish drill. Now we're doing the same drill, but I might give a command to give an inside move. Flatten, 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 back inside. Got behind a half a man. See what happened? Getting them used to changing their feet. Getting them used to flattening out their square and changing their feet. A lot of times when people take outside move, you want to open the gate and open your shoulders. We're trying to coach against that. So we put an inside move to keep them honest. And we're half a man behind. Watch the inside foot. See right there. You see that? No good. Kick, kick. See, and that's happening because as he's kicking, see how his leg's extending? That right leg's extending right there? He's getting all his weight backwards. That's why he's getting beat inside. That's what I was talking about before. You got to learn how to kick, but keep your weight forward on that up foot. It's hard. Hard. And this drill will stress that. Okay? We're all upper body here. All right, this is a better deal here. Okay? Here we go. Kick, kick, finish, finish. Back inside, back inside, back inside. That's the key. He's got his feet under him on the kick better. He's got his feet under him. More control, under control. That's it. Here's the drill. Okay, that's the finish drill right there. Pretty good drill to work on. Head catch slide. There's another drill right now in head catch slide where what you're coaching is how to get an offensive player upright and how to get upright without lunging forward. So you tell them, okay, get upright and get your hands on my breastplate, and I'm going to grab the back of his helmet and try to force him down. So he knows that's coming, so in order not to get forced back down, he's going to sit down right now. Sit. He's going to sit and punch. Sit and punch. Okay? And we just do head catch. Head catch. We're going to work head catches. Here we go. We got 3 up, whatever you want to do here, okay? Upright. Upright sit. See 75 right now, kind of getting bent. There's a better job by 70. So you want to keep your shoulders square. Don't turn out there. And, you know, it's a lot of this is you got to coach the defender, too. You want the defender to curl his chest back into the offensive player. That's what's not happening over there to 75. So that's why he's reaching for him. See everybody else? They're head catching and then curling back into the defender. Okay? So we're just working this little head catch drill. Okay, now we're going to go to, after this, what we'll do is we'll get some more head catches and then we're going to go head catch slide. Okay? Here we go, head catch, slide. Same drill, they're going to head catch, pause, head catch, slide. Now all they're doing is working their footwork again and just, you know, tying drills together. And associate it with something else we've done. And what you want to do is break things up progressionally, but you want to be careful that you tie them back together in sequence. That's always critical. All right? So this is head catch, slide. This is a leverage set drill here now. Okay? I'm just having them kick, slide. Kick, slide, kick, slide, kick, slide, and then at the end, I'm just working to see what kind of body position they have at the end. See, I'm grabbing their hands and forcing it down. If I can pull their hands down, then they don't have a very good power position. In order to stop someone's hands from being pulled down, they've got to have a good deep seat in the bench. Sit, 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 sit. See, I can't get him now. See how he sat his butt down? See that? But if he doesn't have his butt way down, I'll pull his hands down. That's how I can test if he understands the concept of a great set in a deep power position. See that? I can't get his hands down. He's sitting nice and low. And that's an over-exaggeration, but that's what you want to do to test them, to see at the end of their sets, do they still have a good power position? See all the way forward? That's what you're doing. That's what it's all about right now, okay? I'm just doing a little simple leverage test to see if he can sit down. And throughout the set, look at that nice low power position. You know, can they do that? That's all that drill's about. You just like to test them. Always test that power position. These are just sets and punches. Boom. All right, I'm just telling him, okay, outside set and punch. Set, height, up. So he's got an outside defender, so he keeps his inside foot still, drop his outside foot. Upright, boom. Height. It's 2 height drill. Set, height, upright. Height, defender comes. Height, boom. And all I want him to get used to is the punch. Now, you can tell I'm there right now, that's a crappy punch. I can see it from here. Look at that. See that left hand rising? He's not punching the crap out of that plate, locking it up. So it's just an outside set, 2 height deal. Set, height, and punch it. And then we just live it up at the end for a second, just to give him the feel. Set, height, punch. Look at it. Look at the hands miss here. Look at the hands miss. We pass blocking anybody like that. Okay? Get upright, outside set, drop your outside foot, keep your inside foot still, boom, and then punch. But you see, we're out of control. It's a young guy, he's out of control, his hands are not accurate, fists are closed, the whole 9 yards. We strike with the heel of the palm and the thumbs up and we grab the plate. We do not place our hands out squarely like that. Boom. Pretty good punch, pretty good body position. The only thing about the punch I don't like there is the hands did not lock up the breastplate. Let's see that one again. Okay? Boom. See where they're high? High on the punch. Get them in the plate. That's not the plate. It's the top of the pads. Boom. Boom. So what sequence are we tying? We're tying the upright outside set, we're tying the punch, and we're putting them together. Sequentially putting them together. Punch. Nice punch. Okay? And then we get a little live work there. That's it. Punch. A little live work. Nah, that's just putting your hands. That's not a strike. He's better than that. Jabari's a heck of a player. Better than that. And drop his outside foot. One. Boom. That's a better job. That's a better job in working the drill. Okay? So that's all that is. You know, now we're going wide. So now we had an outside set, now a wide set. He'll take a couple kicks. Kick, kick, and then hike. So we're going live. 2 hikes. Ready? First hike, wide set, set. Hike, kick, kick, hike. Send the defender, punch, and then liven it up. Again, sequentially, you see what we're doing. Punch. Now, look how reckless that is. Look how reckless that is. Okay? Here we go. I can't watch it again. Here we go. Hike, set. He's going from an up position right now. Set. Hike, kick, kick, hike, punch. Missed with the punch. There's a lot of fundamental work. As I go through all these drills, you know, individual drills and sequential drills. Tie it all up. Tie it all up. All right, let's see it. Set. Hike, kick, kick, hike, punch. All right, then liven it up after that. All right, everybody got it? So that was an outside set. That was a wide set. And then we're going to go to an inside set. I think you'll understand the drill tape here now, okay? Let's go to the next phase here. Here we go. Now we're going inside. Set. Hike, hike, boom. Now I'm just doing it. You say, why are you going hike, hike? Let them get set. Let them get accustomed to the set. And then let the defender come. And then I'll put it all together later. Right now I'm still got it somewhat broken up. You know, so they can learn. They can put it together piece by piece. Set. Hike, hike. Look at the hand placement. Look at the punch. See how reckless it is? See, if that's a real live rusher and you're inaccurate with your hands and you're fumbling around, while you're fumbling, they're knocking you right back to the quarterback. Everything's got to be accurate, and that requires tremendous repetitions. Okay, I think you get the drill. I want to move on here. You know, you can spend all day. There's so many drills, but I think as I coach these through, you can get a little bit of a feel for what we're doing. It's just a simple drill called rotations, and as I go here, I'll move faster because the fundamentals don't change. I got 2 cones set up here, and all I have is shackles. It's just bicycle tubing on put together, and they wrap up around their hands so it keeps their hands tight so they can't punch wide and reckless. One guy comes with their chest, so it's a regular what we call midpoint. They punch it. Then you might come with their pad tip. They punch that. Pad tip, near point, midpoint, 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 okay? Midpoint, near point. Just different points of contact. And every strike, I want them to try to keep their back straight. I don't want to try to get them to reach. I don't want their helmet involved. It's a simple punch drill. It's not very complicated. The next thing is a little 2-man punch drill. All they're doing is taking a set, punch. Get their feet set, punch. Get their feet set, punch. Get their feet set, punch. Okay? Now, if they're punching, to the defender that's attacking their inside power step foot, I want him to power step right on the strike, on the punch. Then when he goes to his outside, he's going to brace with his outside foot and punch. You understand what I mean? Brace and punch with an outside guy, outside foot, inside guy, inside foot. Okay? What are we getting done here? We're getting done to punch. This is a punch drill. Boom. Look at the hands on the breastplate. Boom. Look at the hands on the breastplate. Okay? That's all we're doing right now. Just a little punch drill. Accuracy of the hand. Boom. It's a 3-inch extension. Boom. They shouldn't be winding that punch up all the way back. You don't want to see the back of their elbows. Short pop punch. Short pop punch. Okay? Take a look at it. Here we go. Boom. Short punch. Boom. Stymie. Boom. Now don't get the idea that we give ground and re-punch every time. Once we punch, we're locked out, we're done. This is just a drill. We're just trying to get reps in here. Once we lock a defender, we stay locked up, and it's over. They don't recoil and punch again. That's not why we're doing this. We're just doing that to get a bunch of reps. See how he's lunging forward? See how his weight's coming forward? See how he's rocking up on his toes? That's what we don't want to do. Remember that drill, leverage drill, where at the end of their base point, right at this point, I'd come up and pull their hands down? See, right now, I'd pull his hands and whole body down right here. He's so forward. The whole idea is being a great balanced power position on contact, on punch point. Your hips can't be forward and high. Your knees can't be forward and high. And that's the kind of thing you're drilling here. You're drilling punches. You're drilling body positions. Okay, I think you got that drill. Now, we're going back here, and I'm just working upright sets, and I use sandbags. The reason we use these sandbags is because they're weighted. And what happens is, in order to get that sandbag up, first of all, there's a lot of effort, and you're working quickness of the set. But secondly, in order to keep the sandbag up and your arms extended, 3 inches from extension, you got to get your ass down. If you don't get your butt down here, you can't leverage the bag up. You follow me? So that's you get a bunch of things done in one shot here. I'm just giving them, okay, just uprights with an outside set. Drop your outside foot, inside foot still, get upright on hike, set, hike, boom, and they snap it, and they sit. And then I reset them. Set, hike, boom, and I just rep this out. You get a lot of conditioning with this right now, okay? So it's got a lot of work to it right now. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to go to sets on air with them. I'm okay, here we go, right tackles, wide rush, set, hike, and they kick, 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 kick. Hike, kick, 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 kick. Hike, kick, 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 kick. Hike, kick, 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 kick. We're doing it again here. We're going outside, inside foot still, set, hike, drop your outside foot. Hike, drop your outside foot. Hike, drop your outside foot. Going down the line again. Here we go, inside, set, hike. We're just repeating that sets on squares, but we're using a heavy-weighted bag for a lot of reasons. It works power position. It works conditioning. Now we do something we call sandbag dodge. Same thing. I like it with a sandbag. They're going to get upright, and the defender's going to shuffle, and then he's going to make a definitive move at him. Every time he makes a definitive move, the offensive player is going to stick that sandbag right in the numbers. Now, why a sandbag? Because the weight of the bag forces them to keep their butt down. I'm working body position, and I'm also getting a little bit of punch with it. You follow me? So I get them upright, and then we shuffle, definitive move. You see, if you're on the right side, you got your right foot back, and your left foot's your power step foot. Okay? Vice versa for the other side. So it's a good conditioner. It's a good conditioner. And not only conditioner, but it works your footwork. It keeps your butt down. Keeps your. I really like control steps. Very methodical control steps. Power step, kick, kick. Now the only difference is truly when you kick, you're kicking on a 45 back, and here you're saying, you're kind of fudging it. But again, it's more for the punch and the power position, and you get some footwork. Okay, so we call that sandbag dodge. All right, moving on here, we got mirror dodge punch. All right, same drill. The only thing now is there's no sandbag, so on hike he's going to get upright here. Hike. Now it's going to be the same thing, but with no bag. Now we're really focusing on that punch to the breastplate. Lock it up, and then live it up for a second. Turning into that pressure phase. You follow me? Okay, get a couple of reps. Here we go. Starts again. All right, we start again right here. Once, and then I'm going to say, I say, release, and then he's going to get reset, and he's going to come again. Lock, punch, work, release. Okay? Here he goes, set, hike. All right, he's, we're just lunging. We're young here. Young. Lunge. Let's get an older guy going here. Hang on. There's a tight end. Jabari Holloway's doing this here now. Okay, here we go. Work. Turn into work. Reset. Take another rep. Set. Hey. All right. Now you get a couple things coached here. Patience on the punch, moving target, etc. Okay? So that would be a mirror dodge deal with a punch. Skim through these things. There's a bunch of them. They get better as they go. You can watch these. I shouldn't be fast forwarding everything because then you can't really watch them. Three-man roll. I should just coach and let it run. This is just a three-man monkey roll. And all we're doing here is just stabbing the plate, letting it go, coming to a new man. You got to coach the defenders, like the old monkey roll, but for pass protection now. And all we're getting them to do is work laterally, move side to side and punch, side to side and punch. See, the hands are dropping now. It's getting sloppy body position, you know. And then we quicken up the pace. And all you're doing is changing direction, changing direction, changing direction. Good early non-pad deal. You know, you can make it padded, though. Change direction, change direction, change direction. That's all we're doing here. Get a little punch to it. With the pads, you can even strike it harder. You know, you can tie this in with bumping with another offensive lineman. You know how when you get a penetrator and that whole deal, and you're coaching the looper and the penetrator, you can tie that with this. This is the beginning phases of working side to side and changing direction. Change, change. Keep your back straight. Keep your butt down. Body position, okay? It's just, you know, like a monkey roll kind of a drill. All right? All right, here we go. Let's fire through this. Some of these, you know, I don't cut them up and just have a few. I got a bunch on here, and what happens is, you know, you can only watch so many times of the same drill going over and over again. You don't need to. All right, now, it's another drill called looper penetrator, and it's really the first drill we do to start teaching the concept of twists and how do you coach an offensive lineman for the twist game. One of the most important things in the twist game is always have the concept that you're pass blocking your man, okay? So now as I take my set appropriate for my defender, you know, in a man protection scheme, you know, is he an outside guy, inside guy, whatever, I take the appropriate set. Now, what I learned to do with my guy is I learned that if my guy is a looper, meaning he gets upright and loops, okay, I want to open my hips to the side he's looping. So I say, looper, looper, and I want to open my hips and mash the penetrator, okay? Or if my guy's a penetrator, then I want to stop him and say, penetrator, penetrator, hold the penetrator, stop him, and then when I feel the bump from my partner, I'm late and I roll to the looper, okay? So, looper, looper, open my hips, trap the penetrator. Penetrator, penetrator, stop the penetrator, late on the looper. It's a concept, and it's how you start the fundamentals of teaching the twist game. So right now, 76 realizes he's got looper, looper, boom, open his hips and trap the penetrator. It's as if right now he's a right tackle, and I just give the commands to these defenders. It's as if he's a right tackle, that's the end on him right now, and inside that's a 3 technique to his left on the guard. His guy right now is a looper, boom. So it's like he's got a TE game, a tackle in twist. Looper, looper, open my hips, boom. Now, imagine if there was a left guard here next to him. The left guard would be saying he's got a penetrator, right? Penetrator, penetrator. He'd be stopping the penetrator. John would be looper, looper, mash the penetrator, right? So the two of them right there on contact, if there was a left guard with them, would be hip to hip, boom. The guard would be late on the looper, and we switch that thing and bump it right off. You understand what I'm talking about? So it's a little drill for that, okay? Penetrator, boom, stop the penetrator. So it's like he's the left tackle right now, and there's a right guard, a ghost right guard next to him. He's like that, you know, he's got a penetrator, power step, boom, boom, boom. Now the guard next to him will be saying, I got a looper, looper. He's going to open his hips, and he's going to trap the guy that 63 is stopping. And then 63, Burning Curtain, late, is going to be then late on the looper, right? Penetrator, penetrator, late on the looper. Boom, 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 stop, 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 and be late. I keep saying late because you always make sure you have that penetrator stopped. Late on the looper. If you're early on the looper, all you do is give that looper a two-way go to beat you, inside, outside. If you're late, the only thing you can do is beat you outside, and that's the where you want to get beat outside. You follow me? So don't be coming off that penetrator quickly. Long on the penetrator, late on the looper. If you have a looper, you fast open your hips and mash that penetrator. So this drill just coaches them on that. They just get coached on it. Fundamentals of working your man, and what is he, and stopping the rush, and it's help prepare them for a twist game now, okay? See, you follow me? So, you know, you coach the defenders. Okay? This is an MA here. See the problem here? See what he's done? He's taking a bizarre kind of a set. He gets a looper, and he did open his hips to the looper. Boom. Okay, now. All right, that's the end of that tape. This is a different header. Okay, is everybody with me on that protection tape right now? Those are just drills, and, you know, you can take what you want out of that. Whatever you can use, you use. There's a bunch of drills, a bunch of sequential, progressional drills on there. And what I'll do at some point, I will add to live one-on-one pass pros to them, and then kind of tie those together. And you know, and then maybe some live game footage at some point in time. But I think those are drills enough to kind of get you started on techniques and things that you can use in the future. And then we can coach it from there a little bit. I hope that's of some value to you, and those drills can work out for you. The next tape we're going to put up is going to be our run block progression tape. Thanks.